Hello, thank you so much for clicking this video today. I really appreciate it. We're going to be talking what is going to be the price of Midnight. The token hasn't launched yet on any blockchain, and we don't know what the price is going to be. So we're going to do a little bit of speculation on that. The mining rewards have also been increased by over 50%. We're going to get into that in just a moment. So if you're mining Night right now, it's good news for you. You're actually going to be getting more rewards. So we're going to be talking Midnight updates. We're going to be looking at other privacy coins and trying to see what the price of Midnight is. But let's just jump right into it with our first little article here today. Let me pull this up. So we got this from Sebastian Guillemot. He's the CTO of the Midnight Foundation. I actually had him on a podcast recently. It was a good one. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you check it out. So he says today, the Gate launch will let users claim their Night tokens. So Gate is a big centralized exchange. So if you had any ADA on Gate, you're going to be able to claim your Night tokens, which is awesome news. And then Kraken, a major exchange, one of the largest exchanges in crypto, has also announced. So you'll be able to get your Night tokens if you had some ADA or some Bitcoin or any other token in Gate or Kraken. So that's huge news right there. Going to the next piece here, this is the increased rewards that I was telling you about. So two big updates are coming to the scavenger mine. The total Night allocation for the scavenger mine phase is increasing to 1 billion Night. So previously it was 626 million Night tokens are going to be given to all of the people that are mining with their browser in the scavenger mine or some other, ways of mining. And they're actually increasing that to 1 billion Night. So this is also a retroactive increase. So essentially all the claims that you've already done so far are going to get more Night than they were originally going to. So that's great news. And yeah, as I mentioned, 620 Night to 1 billion Night. That's 47 million Night distributed each day. And it was originally 30 million. So that's great news. And then we got an update here on the lost and found. This adjustment follows the extended glacier drop phase where participants had more time to claim. As a result, Night originally allocated to the lost and mine phase, now 252 million, is being rebalanced to reward active participants in the scavenger mine. So that extra Night was actually taken from the lost and found phase. And then the final update is day 21 is going to be browser only. What does that mean? Originally, the Night airdrop was supposed to be browser only, but a lot of people started to get it working on Linux, for example, and the CLI. So they're kind of making systems to mine more Night. Whereas, they're announcing here day 21 will be browser only. So that means day 21, you're probably going to get a lot more rewards than you're earning now. And if you've been looking to, mine more Night, I wanted to share this with you guys just so you can stay, on your mining game. From Patty here, from Pool Shamrock, and also Paul, they released a Midnight Fetcher bot. And I believe this allows you to actually mine more tokens on your computer. The features, it has easy wallet creation, 200 mining addresses, so it auto mines with 200 at the same time. I haven't used it yet, but I wanted to share it with you guys. Because that's pretty big. If you can do 200 at once, that's more than my measly one browser wallet here. So, keep that in mind. If you want to keep true, just keep the one browser going. And then I wanted to get to, what is the price going to be of the Midnight token when it launches? And I wanted to share this token here with you, Zcash. So Zcash is a privacy-based coin in crypto. It's been around for a really long time. But let's look at the price here. So on October 8th, the price of this token was only $137. And even in this kind of, bear market headwinds that we're getting now, where we saw the price drop in Bitcoin, in ADA, of course, look what it's done. It's gone from $130 to $710. And I think that this is showing you the new narrative that's coming into cryptocurrency. And that new narrative is privacy, right? So I think that, they've been working on Midnight since at least 2018. That was when I heard the first idea. So I do think that they have, some big headwinds here. Zcash has been around for a while. It's a great piece of technology, but Midnight has been able to kind of watch and do more, in my opinion. And if you look at, coins like Monero, for example, they are actually being used by criminals. Whereas Zcash has kind of stayed under the radar. It's not a token that's being used by a bunch of criminals. And it's kind of speaking to, I think, Midnight's value, right? Because Midnight isn't, meant to be this privacy chain so you can do illegal things, so you can stay away from the government, because it has selective disclosure, right? So I think that, kind of the Zcash here is showing you that a blockchain that is focused on privacy, but also focused on allowing, governments to still, look into their individuals, so they can do taxes. We all have to pay taxes here. And, it's showing you the success. So the market cap currently, the fully diluted value is about $15 billion. So if we were to translate that to Night, if Night were to go up to this price, we're looking at about a 61-cent Night if all of the Night tokens are out there in the wild and being traded. We could be in a world where maybe only 20% or 30 or 50% of the Night tokens are out there. So that price could be a bit higher at the start due to the amount of tokens that are out there, because there's less. We could be looking at $1 Night. We could be looking at $1.50 Night based on the amount of tokens that are out there. If we take this and, we cut it in half, because Midnight is new, it's going to take some time for it to get the word out there and get more users. Even though the mine's been very successful, we're looking at, if we look at half of this, we're looking at about, a 30-cent Night token right now. And you can mine it for free. So you're getting free money pretty much for mining it. I kind of alluded to it being, $1 billion on Twitter, and, the total value of the market cap. So that would be about a 15 times decrease from here. So maybe about a 5 to a 10-cent Night is what I was alluding to a couple of months ago. And Charles responded with a GIF that was like higher. And I think that he may have actually even, mentioned 10 billion Night. Of course, it depends, on where the overall markets are at. If we're launching into a world where ADA is $3 and Zcash is pushing 1,500, we could be looking at a much higher Night token. But either way, I think this is good news. It shows you that the crypto industry, the big narratives right now, the big focus, I think, is three things. It's AI, privacy, and stable coins. Stable coins are boring. It's good for the big banks. It's not good for regular people. So the privacy narrative is really exciting for me. All 24 billion of the Night tokens have already been minted on the Cardano blockchain. So I think we're going to see a huge amount of volume come to Cardano from the Midnight airdrop, from people transacting it, and from this new privacy narrative. So yeah, that's the video for today. If you enjoyed it, make sure you click the subscribe button. We've been building Atrium for the past 3 years. It's live now on Cardano's mainnet. We'd really appreciate it if you checked it out. We've got multiple products in there. One of them allows you to delegate to 50 pools at the same time, earn additional tokens on top of your ADA rewards. And the other product is a cool profile leveling system. We're trying to bring SocialFi to Cardano. In our next big update, you're going to be able to stake the tokens that you earn from staking baskets to your favorite brands on Cardano, to their profiles. And we're bringing SocialFi to Cardano. So check it out, atrium.io. If you're already an Atrium user, we give out codes every week to reward the people that check in. We'll do Midnight Price is the code for this video. But thank you so much. I hope you guys have a good day. Bye-bye.